Hi, my name is Gargi Bhola, and in this video, I'm going to review how to create engaging emails that drive results. Email marketing still remains one of the best methods to communicate with your prospects, your leads, your customers, both past and present. And email marketing isn't dead. It's been around for decades, it still works, it's just become more challenging. And the primary reason for that is people are inundated on a daily basis with emails in their inbox. If your inbox looks anything like mine, we have so many emails coming in. We're constantly trying to sort them and filter them so we can see what's important. And your customers are no different. So the key is you have to be more strategic in our planning and implementation of our emails. We just can't send an email and hope to get the best results. We have to think about our subject lines and our content in a way that's going to really resonate with our audience and get clicks and get opens. And in order to create the best emails you can, we need to do A/B testing, email list segmentation, thoughtful copywriting, smart call to actions, and looking at the data and our KPIs to make sure we're getting the best conversion from our emails. So how do we create engaging emails? One, look at the message. Look at it from the perspective of your recipient. What is the message they want to read? How can you match your product and service to their exact needs and the problems and the solutions that they need? Don't think about doing a sales pitch. Think about it from the perspective of what's valuable content for your prospect or your customers to read. And next, build a buyer persona. Think about who is your ideal customer. Imagine them that Sally or John is sitting right in front of you. Describe them. What are their pain points? What does their daily life look like? What is their demographic information, their education, income level, everything. Just really build out a true persona for your buyer. So then you create a message. You're thinking about the person that wants to read it and your ideal buyer. And also use the data from your email marketing messages. Look at the open rates, look at the click rates, look at the conversion rate on your landing pages to really measure if a campaign was effective. Because it may sound effective based on your open rates, but when you look at the conversion numbers, you actually will start seeing that your emails are not successful as you think they are, or the campaigns that get really great conversion may not have the highest open rates. And so that's an opportunity for you to optimize your subject lines. But what makes a message really resonate? You have to address a problem, address a solution, and the benefits. It's not about the features or bells and whistles. It's about what that feature actually gives to your customer, to your reader. And then look at a focus group. Conduct a focus group with your customers, even your prospects. Talk to your sales team. Sometimes your sales team can be the best information source for objections, questions that your prospects are giving, and also even your customer success teams, your customer teams, on why do people leave, why do people stay, what do they like, your solution, your product. Really talk to your sales team and customer support teams, and look at industry publications and online forums and try to see what content they're writing about, what problems that they're seeing in the industry, and you can really use that as a baseline for creating great messages. And then think about the messages that you click with in your email. How engaging is it? Is it funny? Is it professional? Is it data-driven? What makes a message interesting to you? What makes you stop and take action or take notice of an email message, and use that as a baseline for what can be engaging to your prospect or your customers? Next, you want to make sure our call to actions are as effective as possible. So think about the benefit in mind of your CTA, not just the landing page, but also a creative CTA that actually gets someone's interest. So test different offers and think about what might intrigue your prospect. Limit the number of CTAs. You don't want to have 15 CTAs or links in email, but try a mix. Do 1 or 2 text emails in the message and do a button at the very bottom. And when it comes to CTA phrasing, sometimes you might try a go, a submit, or if the email is coming from a specific person, it might be a button to click to talk to Charlie, because it's going to go to Charlie's calendar link to sign up for a sales conversation. So try to be a little creative with your CTAs and see how she gets higher clicks. And then use tracking in your links. Your email platforms will typically do this for you, but if they don't, then make sure you have tracking enabled in your email marketing messages so you can track which specific call to action actually gets more clicks. Because you may find a text link in the message body actually gets a higher click rate than the button at the very bottom of the email. So just try looking at your data and look at your tracking information. And some example CTAs: get started for free, start bringing in more leads, increase your revenue, 50 homes are just listed as yours, is one of them your dream home. Try different call to actions. A little easier on us. So we want to use triggers or workflows. Triggers or workflows are basically emails that go out based on recipients' actions. So if you have a email sequence for a sales conversation, suppose someone's filled in a landing page and now they want a sales conversation with the sales rep, they may get a series of emails based off of that action. So they're going to get a confirmation, talk to someone, a link, maybe next email is a follow-up email saying you have a sales call scheduled for Tuesday. Then they have another one going on afterwards as a thank you for the conversation. So you have these pre-built emails that go out based off of a specific action. You can also do a workflow or trigger for ebook download or infographic download. So you have someone sign up for an infographic or download, and they get a series of emails based off of that infographic. So it allows us to really create very custom tailored messages based off of how someone has behaved for their email campaigns. And it is more effective because people can be automatically added to a workflow sequence and removed on the workflow sequence. So we kind of really make the best use of our email marketing platforms. If your platform doesn't give you the ability to do a workflow or trigger sequence, then you can actually just manually go in and create a series of emails and schedule them ahead of time. Now, this is not going to be a workflow. It's not going to be based off of anyone's behavior. Once you send it to your list, like you have 5 emails scheduled to go out once a week to a certain list, it's just going to automatically go out as a schedule ahead of time. They're not going to get personalized based off of actions. So this would be a trigger or workflow. So for example, I have 6 emails in my workflow sequence. One could be a confirmation for ebook download. Then after that confirmation, they're going to get a second email. Now, if my recipient, Sally, has taken an action, Sally's going to go to a different sequence of emails. But if she doesn't, then she's going to get the email number 4. She's going to get email number 5 based off of what action she takes. Then I can kind of control which message she sees. And a scheduled email is just scheduling the emails out ahead of time. That's all it is. No one's going to get added or removed from the sequence. They're just going to get the emails in a series. And yes, I did forget email number 3, but it's there. Now we want to use data to really make the best decisions when it comes to our email campaigns. We want to use data to refine our campaigns, see what's working, what's not working, what needs to be improved, and what can be replicated for success. So you want to look at your open rates. Is this a good subject? Is this a good subject line? Open rates can be a little bit confusing, especially like Outlook. If you open up a preview for an email, the email client may count that as open, but technically it's not. It's just an automatic setting in someone's inbox. So you take it with a grain of salt, but it's a good milestone to look at to see how effective is your subject line. And then also, what's your click rate? Not only do they open it, but are they clicking on the links? Are they reading it? Are they going to the very bottom? What action are they taking off your email campaigns? And then reverse engineer for success. So look at high open rates. So for example, if your email gets high open rates but a low click-through rate, but a low CTR, then that means the subject is interesting, but the message isn't grabbing anyone's interest, and the call to action isn't interesting. So now we need to go back and just redo the message, but you have a good subject line to work with. And now if you have a high CTR, high click-through rate, but low open rate, that means your message or offer is resonating, but the subject line needs to be improved. So as a recap, let's put this all together. You want to know and understand what our buyers are looking for and how your offerings match their needs. You don't want to do a sales pitch in an email. You want to really create really great messaging and great copy. And then test messages and CTAs. You can do A/B testing to test different offers, different links, different landing pages, and even different subject lines. And then use data to help predict what campaigns and messages will work. Your goal should really be to create a core group, a small core, say 5 or 10 emails that work, so you can rotate these email messages out across the board, across your segment, and then you can use those as a model for what actually will be successful. And then automate your email campaigns as much as you possibly can, whether it's scheduling it or doing a workflow, so that you can actually make your campaigns more effective and also consistent. And then revisit your campaigns frequently to make sure they're as effective as it can be, because a campaign that's successful today, maybe in 3 months, has turned a little stale and your list isn't responding to it as much as they were previously. So keep revisiting your data and keep optimizing your emails. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.